Okay, today we're going to be talking about planning projects quickly. Step one in planning a project is choosing your topic and a time frame. So you're going to be thinking about what do you need to cover. Well, make sure that you're relying on your curriculum guide for that. It's going to tell you exactly where you should be and I give you an idea of how long you have. Um, my advice is to choose a theme after you've chosen the product that you want your students to make. Remember that what they do isn't as important as how you have them do that. And of course, think about how many weeks do you have. Yes, I am saying weeks. So whenever you plan a project, make sure that you have at least 1 week in mind. Step two in this process, pick your concepts. Make sure you pick those concepts wisely. Thinking about a few general rules. Make sure that you have no more than 4 hard-to-teach concepts. And then, of course, no more than 5 easy concepts. So a total of 9 concepts is a pretty good guideline. As you get more experienced, you can be a little bit more flexible on that. But when you're first starting out with PBL, try to keep it to 9 concepts, and I generally use about a 1 to 2 week time frame. You can start doing more after that. Remember that good projects focus on quality, the depth of knowledge, rather than the quantity of learning. If you want quantity, then make a review. If you want quality, make sure that they spend some time with the topics. Okay? In addition, make sure that you're deciding what level of Bloom's taxonomy your state asks you to analyze your information at. In order to do that, it's important to look at the standards that are in your curriculum guide. Look at the wording of it, the verbs. The verbs in your state standards are going to help you decide how deep your students need to know your information at. If they just need to describe or explain, then that's fairly simple. If they need to analyze and evaluate or make judgments on a topic, then you know that you need to spend a little bit more time on those. Those are your harder to teach concepts. Step 3. Decide the level of technology you want to commit yourself to and the type of product. Keep doing that. So, are you going to go high-tech, low-tech, or no-tech? Easy decision to make. Once you've done that, it's pretty simple to move forward. Are they just going to use the internet? Are they going to use only some software applications, like maybe just Microsoft Office to make a PowerPoint or a research paper? Decide what they're going to do. Okay, then what will they make? So if you're going high-tech, make sure that you have allowed enough time for your students to work with some of those high-tech things. Maybe they're making a video. Make sure that your students have enough time with that. That's typically something that they haven't done over and over again, unless, of course, that's your subject. But some simple ideas for products, research papers, radio broadcasts, if you're a science teacher, lab experiments, and so on and so forth. Then what's most important is how will they make it? Your students oftentimes are not familiar with the process of actually making something that's more complicated than a simple worksheet or just taking notes or writing an essay. You're going to need to break down your project into chunks so that your students can figure out, okay, well, at this stage I need to be brainstorming, at this stage I need to do some research, and at this stage I need to actually produce whatever my teacher is asking me to do. Step 4, make sure that you're developing your rubric. Okay, this is where you set your expectations. You must make sure that you're specific about it because your kids are going to go hog wild with it. They may go below your expectations, above your expectations, or just be confused and waste time because they don't know what to do. Once you've set those expectations, award points according to the level of Bloom's taxonomy that their work is going to reflect. Now, you're going to have up to 9 concepts on a project at any time, so think about your state standards and remember that what they create isn't as important as how they're creating it. Think about the verbs you're using. Do they need to evaluate? Make sure that they know that that every evaluation is based on sound research, and that they must know something beyond just a superficial glancing over of a topic in order to make a proper evaluation. And here I have a little sample rubric in case some of us haven't seen rubrics and whatnot. If we take a look here, we can see that we have our ratings here, usually from 1 to 4, and then you can also put points there. My students prefer actually seeing points because 1 through 4 is, I don't know, something that kind of aggravates them sometimes. You'll have your performance criteria over here, and of course then this is your actual area where you describe what each thing is. Okay? And of course then you have scores. Alright, that should be about it. If you have any other kinds of questions or anything, make sure to leave some comments on this video, as I'd like to make any additions to it that people see necessary.